Hello, mother-in-law. About the new house me and Arturo have moved into recently, could you do something about the huge box of stuff you just sent us suddenly? What is this stuff anyways? Sure, the room isn't being used for now, but we plan to use it when we have a child. What? Do you mean the stuff I sent you the day before yesterday? Oh, I asked my son if we could temporarily store it there, and he said yes, since you guys weren't planning on using it soon. Yeah, it's taking up a huge part of the room that I intend to use for something else. I know we're planning on making it our child's room in the future, but there's something else I want to use it for in the meantime. Oh, is that so? What are you going to be using it for? But Alejandro told me it was all right because you weren't going to be using the room, which is why I sent it to him. Huh? It's none of your business what I intend on using the room for. And besides, it doesn't matter whether Arturo gave you permission because I never gave you permission. I'm the wife of this house, you know. Do you think you can just do stuff without telling me? I see. I guess it was wrong of me not to tell you anything about it, but Arturo said that he had already told you. If that's the case, then sorry, but could you hold on to it for just 1 week? I'll find a rental warehouse to keep the stuff in. No! Take it out of our house right now! I'm not going to make our house your personal warehouse for the week. What? Right now? I'm sorry, but right now is impossible. I'm going to be using the room starting this afternoon. And I'm going to have a big problem if you don't move it out by then. Take it out now or else I'll tell Arturo. But Alejandro himself said it was all right for me to keep the stuff there temporarily. Besides, you tell me to come and take the stuff right now, but I'm currently in Rome. What? Rome? What the hell are you doing in Rome? There's something I need to do here before I return. Even if I were to come and get it now, it would already be evening when I arrived. Oh, I get it. You're on some sort of vacation to celebrate your retirement last week, right? And what do you mean, there's something you need to do, LOL? Aren't you just an unemployed housewife who just lays around all day? No, not really. I'm a graphic designer, you see. Huh? What in the world is a graphic designer? Is that a fancy word for someone who plays video games on their computer? I always was never able to understand all this gadget stuff. Anyways, I got off topic. You won't be able to get it by today, right? Yes, I'm afraid so. Could you please just wait until I return next week? No, I can't wait until next week. I told you I would be using the room from this afternoon, right? My parents... nothing. Fine. If you won't come immediately, then I'll just throw it all out in the yard. What? Oh, hold on. What if it started raining? There are machines inside the box that can't be wet. I don't know. It's not my problem. Well then, I'm going to throw it out from the second floor window now. Huh? Couldn't you at least carry it outside? What in the hell do you need to throw it out of the window for? There are expensive computers and other appliances inside the box. They're going to break if you do that. It's your fault for sending us this huge box of stuff without my permission, LOL. I need to go throw it out now, so bye! Ezio, it's terrible.
Mother, what's wrong?
Oh, our stuff that I sent to your brother's new house to be stored in is going to be thrown out by Andrea. She said she's actually going to be using the empty room from this afternoon, and so I need to take the stuff out immediately. I'm in Rome, as you already know, so could you go and stop her for me? She said that she was going to throw them out of the second floor window. Our computers are sure to be smashed to pieces if she does something like that.
What? Why? What do you mean she's gonna throw us stuff outside the window? Didn't Alessandro tell her that we'd be keeping the stuff there temporarily? What in the world is she thinking?
I don't know the details, but it seems that Andrea didn't know what the stuff was. She said she can't just leave it in the room, so she's going to put it in the yard.
Seriously, is that woman insane or what? I knew it when I said that it wasn't a good idea for Alessandro to marry a woman like that.
Could you go and check in on their house quickly? Hurry before she throws it out.
Alright, I'll try to get there as fast as possible. Mother, I was too late, I'm afraid.
What?
The clothes in the cardboard box were fine, but the work computer and other such electronics are all smashed to pieces.
I see.
All the data is backed up in the cloud, so that's not a problem, but this stuff cost a fortune. I can't work without a computer, so I guess I'll have to buy a new one.
But we're going to be needing the money soon. What a mess.
Anyways, could you please take care of the business with the real estate company like planned, Mom? I'll tell my brother about what happened and ask him to pay for the damages his wife caused.
Got it. Leave it to me.
Thanks. I guess I'm gonna have to clean up this mess in the yacht now.
We probably need to rent some sort of storage room temporarily.
I'll do that. We probably need to rent a truck as well.
All right. Thanks, Ezio.
Hey, Mom. I talked to Alessandro.
How did it go?
See, Alessandro's been on a business trip since yesterday, and he's currently in Sicily.
What? Really?
I asked him whether he could come home early, but apparently there aren't many flights, and the earliest he can come home is in 3 days. But he said that he told Andrea about our stuff, though. He said to leave the stuff in that room since the room was currently not being used, as they were planning to make it their child's room in the future.
I see.
Oh, I went up to their new house earlier, just to see what Andrea was up to, but...
Was there something strange?
Yeah, a man and a woman about your age went into the house carrying huge boxes.
A man and a woman my age?
I think those were Andrea's parents.
Huh?
I went to their house with Alessandro a few times to ask the parents' blessing for the marriage, so I know their faces. I'm pretty sure it's them.
Maybe they've come to visit?
It's fine if that's the case, but that amount of stuff is strange for just a visit. This is also right after she destroyed our stuff, so I feel like she's taking advantage of the fact that Alessandro isn't here currently. I smell trouble, Braun.
Ezio came and took away all your stuff, mother-in-law. Yes, Ezio's stuff was also in there as well, so... What? Really? Ew! No way! Do you mean that I was a hair's breadth away from falling for your ploy to harass me? What do you mean you were a hair's breadth away from me harassing you? You sent me stuff without permission! And took up a bunch of space in our room. You were planning on forcefully moving in with us after that, weren't you? Huh? It's my parents who are going to be moving in with us at our new house. That's the first I've heard about that. Of course! It's the first time I've told you, LOL. Does Alejandro know about this? He's currently on a business trip to Sicily, so I'll tell him when he gets back. But aren't your parents the one who are forcefully moving in? It's not a problem since I gave them permission, LOL. But fine, I'll propose a compromise to you. A compromise? If you give me $30,000 to celebrate our new house being built, then I'll let you live with us, LOL. $30,000? If you don't like my conditions, then you're not moving in. You had to leave the company house that you were living in until now when you retired. And now live in a temporary apartment, right? I know you were probably watching us, looking to see when you can move in. But it seems like you're out of luck. Since I, the person who needs to be the most cautious of you, have already noticed your schemes, LOL. It's up to you whether you're going to have a peaceful retirement or not, LOL. I mean, even if you pay me the money, I'll only be giving you the small room under the stairs, though. I see. I never knew people could be this delusional. Huh? What do you mean delusional? You're the one who's delusional, mother-in-law, for thinking I wouldn't notice what you were trying to do. I don't care anymore, so I'm not going to explain it to you. Oh, so it's fine if you don't move in with us? Are you sure about that, LOL? How are you going to support yourself if you have no job? I have another son, Ezio. So it's fine. And I do, in fact, have a job, Andrea. Huh? You did? Anyways, good for you getting along so well with your second son at that age, LOL. Alright, then will the two of you just disappear already? Alright. I'm going to be asking you for payment for the work computer and other stuff you broke soon. Huh? What do you mean, work computer? You'll find out when you see the invoice I send you. Goodbye. Hey, what is the meaning of this, mother-in-law? What do you mean I need to pay you 30,000 euros? Oh, so you got the invoice I sent you, Andrea. I don't understand. But it's written on the paper. What don't you understand? The 30,000 euros is payment for breaking the 2 high-spec computers and the appliances that they came with. And also for business obstruction, as we weren't able to do any work because of this. What? $30,000 is cheap for the damages you caused. I didn't know this would happen. But I thought Alejandro explained it to you before and after you broke our stuff by text. He did tell me about it, but he said that we were only going to keep the stuff there until I found a new place to live, right? And that Ezio owns a small-scale business. And that we were going to move the company's headquarters to Rome since I had retired. And that I was going to move to Rome as well to assist him. There's no way I could have understood! Huh? Alejandro showed me the text he sent you. To me, it looks like he explained it very carefully to you, though. It was a bit confusing to me, I swear. Alejandro says that you won't understand often when he explains it to you directly. So he purposefully explained it to you by text so you wouldn't be able to say that he never said anything. You're saying that you didn't understand even after that? Either you have no intention of understanding in the first place, or you're delusional and see things only as how you want to see them. Even if you say that to me now, why don't you read our conversation again? No, read it multiple times until you finally understand. It's too late! It's not going to change anything anymore. Mother-in-law, something terrible has happened. Your son Alejandro just divorced me. My parents already sold our old house because we thought we would be living in the new house Alejandro bought. Now we have nowhere to go, and none of us have a job, so we won't be able to support ourselves from now on. Please, mother-in-law, could you tell Alejandro to get back together with me? I promise I won't do such a thing again, and I'll do as he says. I admit what I did was wrong, so help us. Oh, hello, Andrea. I'm not your mother-in-law anymore, so don't call me that. You say that you're sorry and that you won't do such a thing again, but how are we supposed to believe you? They say people deserve second chances, but us helping you would no longer be your second chance, but your 100th. This was your biggest and most flashiest mess up so far, but this isn't the first time that you've just ignored what Alejandro told you and pretended not to understand him, right? Please, I know what I did was wrong, and I really do promise to change. Just give me one last chance, and if I mess up again, I promise you'll never see from me or my parents ever again. Please help us. Sorry, Andrea. Our family has already given you too many chances until now. Especially Alejandro. He believed that you were a good person at heart and only seemed mean and arrogant, which is why he married you against both me and Ezio's wishes. So don't expect us to help you when even Alejandro has given up. What? But please, just one more chance? You see, I'm also currently in Rome. I'll work at Ezio's company, so could you forget about the 30,000 euros, please? What? Why are you in Rome? Couldn't you have just found a job in our hometown if you were willing to work after all? There are plenty of jobs that you don't need much skill to do. You could work as a cashier or something. Oh, you know how to bake bread, right, Andrea? Why not work at a bakery? And besides, I'm not the person you should be asking about this. Ask Ezio. He's the one in charge of hiring employees. I wouldn't get your hopes up, though. You don't know how to use computers, right? Yeah, I don't know how to use computers, but you can just teach me. The work Ezio's company does mostly has to do with graphic design. You're not going to be able to do any work if you can't use a computer. And teaching someone the necessary skills to do this job from scratch is very difficult. You wouldn't be paid much at the beginning, even if Ezio was kind enough to hire you. Can you use a computer, mother-in-law? Is it really that hard? Using a computer itself isn't that hard. Even a child could do it. But I'm afraid that the skills required for a position at Ezio's company are quite advanced, and aren't something that can just be taught to someone. And yes, I used to do something similar in my old job, so it isn't a problem. I've been doing this stuff for years, you see. Then I could serve tea or make copies or something. I'll really do anything you want me to do. I'll do my best. Sorry, but we can serve tea and make copies on our own. And besides, if you really mean what you're saying right now, then I don't understand why you don't just find a job at our hometown. With that enthusiasm, I'm sure there's someone that would be willing to hire you. Just don't be as arrogant to them as you used to be with me, though. But at least ask Ezio first, then to reply to me. He's sure to say yes if he can just see that I really mean it when I say I'll try my best. I already did. He sits at the desk next to me, and he said no. Sorry, but Ezio never did really like you, Andrea. We can't have our team of employees hating each other, you know. He said that he wouldn't hire you even if you did know how to use a computer. Oh, that's so mean of him! And to think I was really going to change and be a better person if he had hired me! Not anymore, though. I see. So you weren't sincere when you said all those things back there? Anyways, you need to pay us the 30,000 euros soon. No? Please be sure to pay it on time. Yeah, but can't I do something else for you then? There has to be something you want me to do. Yes, I want you to pay 30,000 euros on time. I'm currently doing work, so goodbye. Wait, please, mother-in-law! I don't have any money. We don't even have a place to live anymore, since Alejandro kicked us out. Please, mother-in-law, I'm just an uneducated housewife. I won't be able to find another job so easily. My parents, too, are already too old to work. You're our only hope now. It seems that Andrea and her parents sold their old house before moving into the new house Alejandro bought. Apparently, they're now living in a temporary apartment with the money they got from selling the house. But since their old house didn't sell for that much and Andrea had to pay me 30,000 euros, almost all of their savings evaporated. The only source of income they could rely on is the meager pension of her parents. Andrea didn't want to work even after getting divorced, since she was always just a housewife, which caused her and her parents to argue constantly because they wanted her to get a job as soon as possible. Eventually, Andrea got sick of it and cut ties with her parents. Andrea was kicked out of their temporary apartment, but she also didn't want to work, so, wanting to live an easy life, she tried to seduce a rich man who was already married. His wife found out about this and made Andrea pay a huge sum of euros as an alimony. Having no other choice, she was forced to get a job at a brothel. Me and Ezio, on the other hand, are enjoying our new lives in Rome. The city is so vibrant and full of energy, unlike the countryside. Everything feels like it's been sped up by 50%. Ezio's business expanded rapidly since moving to Rome, and the number of employees tripled in the first year since moving here. My eldest son, on the other hand, is now living the life of a bachelor back in our hometown. He says that he enjoys having so much time to spend as he likes, and has even picked up a new hobby: chess. I hope that the next woman he finds is someone who actually deserves my wonderful son Alejandro, and not someone ungrateful like Andrea.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Your mom just told me that your father has passed away. How are you holding up?
Oh, hey, Jen. Yeah, I'm doing about as good as can be expected. It was so unexpected. I mean, none of us saw this coming. I just can't believe he's gone. Didn't have the best relationship with him, but still, he was my dad.
I know. I can't imagine what you're going through. Is there anything I can do to help you? Is there anything you need?
No, I don't think so. I just need some time to process all this.
Of course, sweetie. I'll deal with everything. You don't need to worry about anything. I'll make your favorite dinner tonight and we can just relax and think about nothing tonight. Okay? I'll also get your favorite dessert and some beer too. You can just sit back and do nothing.
Oh, that's sweet and all, but when I said that I wanted some time to process, I kind of meant on my own.
On your own?
Yeah, like, I'm gonna spend some time at my mom's place. I just think that I should be with her during this time. She's not gonna know what to do without him, so I really need to be there for her right now. You understand, don't you?
Oh, yeah, of course. Your mom must be completely distraught. I completely understand. I can pack you a bag if you'd like, just to make sure you've got everything you need.
No, it's fine. I'll pack it when I get back home. There's some things that I want to make sure are in there, and it's just easier if I do it myself.
Oh, okay. Is there anything at all I can do for you?
No, just give me the space I need.
Okay then. Well, I guess I'll see you later when you come home to pack, and then, well, whenever you feel ready to come home again.
Yeah, I'm not sure when that'll be, but thanks for waiting and stuff.
Yeah, of course. I'm always here for you. I love you.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I'll see you later.
Okay, I'll see you later. Hey babe, how are you doing? How's your mom as well? Are you both holding up okay? Anthony?
Huh? Oh, Jenny, yeah, we're doing okay, I guess. I'm still not certain that I should leave my mom yet, though. I think I might have to stay with her for a few more days, maybe up to a week. I don't really know. All I do know is that my mom isn't ready to be on her own yet.
Oh, that's okay. I know you just want to be there for your mom and do the best that you can do to make sure that she's okay. I can always come over, though. I can bring some food, as I doubt your mom will want to cook anything at the minute. I could also bring you some extra clothes or anything else that you might need.
No, it's fine. You don't need to come over.
I honestly don't mind, Anthony. Let me help out. At least a little bit.
Look, I told you that I don't want you coming over, so stop trying to force your way into this. My father's death has nothing to do with you. In fact, I don't want you coming to his funeral either. You just need to back off and leave me alone. Got it?
What? Why are you being so mean and short with me?
Because, frankly, you're annoying me.
I'm just trying to help.
Yeah, well, I told you that I wanted to be alone, and you're here trying to shove your way into my life and into my mom's life too. I don't want you coming over here, and if I did, I would have asked you. You shouldn't just be inviting yourself somewhere you're not wanted.
Well, as your wife, I feel as if it's my duty to try and help you through this difficult time. You and your mom. I don't get why you're getting so upset. All I'm trying to do is make sure that you're both okay and that you're both getting everything you want and need.
Well, the thing I want from you right now is for you to go away. That's it.
Well, fine then. If that's what you want.
It is, and like I said, I don't want you coming to his funeral either. I only want family there.
But I am your family.
Precisely, you're my family, not my mom and dad's. You have nothing to do with them, so you can just go to work or whatever the day of the funeral.
Seriously? After 5 years of marriage, you still don't count me as a part of your family? That's really messed up.
Oh, don't make this about you. My dad is the one who died. You really shouldn't be trying to make everything about you at this point in time.
I'm not making this about me. I am sorry that your dad has died. However, the way you are acting is completely uncalled for. I understand that people mourn in their own ways and that mourning doesn't necessarily follow a strict pattern, but I am not going to sit back and let you be so horrible to me. That's not happening.
Well, there's nothing you can do about it, so you're just gonna have to deal with it.
No, I'm not.
What are you gonna do about it, huh? That's right, nothing. You're my wife, so you have to just do what I tell you to. So if I tell you not to annoy me anymore, then you're gonna have to do that. And you just have to accept it when I act however I want to.
No, I actually don't. I'm not going to let you treat me like that. I'm your wife, not your dog. And if you're going to try and treat me like rubbish, then you can just stay at your mom's place until you're ready to apologize.
That's fine by me. It just means that I'll finally get that peace and quiet that I've been wanting.
God, what is up with you? You are acting like a complete asshole.
What a nice thing to say to someone who's just lost his father.
Yeah, well, it's true. And if your dad could see how you're treating me right now, he'd be ashamed of you. And you know it.
Whatever, just leave me alone, would you?
Sure, fine. Whatever. See you whenever.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Hope, how are you doing? I'm so sorry about your loss.
Oh, Jenny, thank you. I'm doing, well, in all honesty, I'm doing terribly. I constantly miss him, and I don't know what I'm doing half of the time. I feel like there's a piece of me missing, you know? I'm just grateful that Anthony has you to help him get through all this. You have been such a rock to him. He seems as if he's processing everything quite well whenever he pops around.
Huh? What do you mean when he pops around? Isn't he staying with you at the minute?
Staying with me? No, he's not been here. In fact, he hasn't been over too often, despite what has happened. I thought he would be over more, considering his father has just passed away. But I thought that perhaps he was finding comfort in you, which I was quite happy with as well. You are his wife, and a wonderful one at that.
Oh, well, thank you, Hope. The fact that you have such faith in me as a wife really means a lot to me.
I mean it. I know that you do your best to make sure that Anthony is well looked after and loved. I don't think you could have found a better woman to be with. You truly are a wonderful daughter-in-law, and if I had ever been blessed to have a daughter, I hope she would have been just like you.
Thank you, Hope. I hope you know that I couldn't have asked for a better mother-in-law either. You are extremely kind, and I'm so sorry this terrible thing has happened to you. Philip was such a lovely man as well. You were lucky to have him.
Yeah, I guess I was. Thank you, Jenny.
Well, if you don't mind, I can pop round later and bring you some food if you'd like. We can then just chat and spend some time reminiscing if that would help at all.
Yes, I think I would like that very much. I haven't really had a chance to just talk about Phil, as everyone seems to think that simply mentioning his name will leave me in tears. I mean, don't get me wrong, it will, but I would still like to talk about all of the good memories that we've had with someone who knew him as well. I think it would help.
Well then, I'll make my way over. I should be able to get to yours at about 7? Is that okay?
Yes, that sounds lovely. Will Anthony be coming with you?
Oh, he's not really feeling up to reminiscing just yet. He's still quite broken up about it all.
That's okay. I understand. I'll be happy to just have a girls' evening then.
Okay, I'll see you soon then.
I'll see you soon. And Jenny, thank you again. You truly are a treasure.
So he's not actually been staying with his mom? Where has he been running off to then? Because if he's not staying with you, and he's not staying with his mom, he's got to be going somewhere.
Yeah, I know. But I have no clue where he's going. You don't think he's with another woman, do you?
Well,
You do?
it's not something that I want to believe, but it does seem like the most likely scenario, doesn't it? I mean, he's lying to you about where he's going. He's been really weird with you, attitude-wise, being short and rude and just horrible in general. I honestly can't think of a reason why, except for the idea that he's seeing someone else and he's trying to keep it from you.
But why would he do that? I've been a good wife, so I don't know why he would cheat on me.
I have no clue either. I mean, if I were a guy, I would never let you go. But men are stupid sometimes. Who knows what goes through their head?
Yeah, I guess.
Look, try not to think about it too much. You've got the funeral tomorrow and you need to be there for Hope and to grieve yourself. After that, you can start trying to uncover Anthony's weird behavior.
Yeah, you're right. First and foremost, I need to be there for Hope. And even if Anthony doesn't want to go with me to the funeral, I know Hope would like me to be there, and so I'm going to go.
I think it would be best if you did go, for Hope's sake. Let me know how everything goes tomorrow, and if you need to come over tomorrow evening for a few drinks and to just mourn, then you know my door is always open.
Thank you, Paige. I honestly couldn't ask for a better friend.
Well, it's what I'm here for. Love you, girl.
Love you too. Oh my god, Paige. You will not believe what just happened.
Jenny? Is the funeral over already?
No, not entirely. I mean, the church part of the funeral is over. The wake is about to begin, but I'm not going.
Huh? Why not?
Because I finally discovered the reason why Anthony didn't want me at the funeral.
Why?
He decided to take another woman to the funeral instead of me.
Hang on. Another woman?
Yep. I guess you were right about the whole cheating idea. I just can't believe he had the gall to take her to his father's funeral. How could he disrespect me like that?
Because he's a horrible person. That's how. Have you talked to him about it yet?
No. I didn't want to make a scene at the funeral. I couldn't do that to Hope. That's why I left instead.
That's fair. But I'd talk to him ASAP. You deserve to know the truth.
You're right. I'll message him in a little bit and find out what's happening.
Keep me updated. And if you need me to come and kick his ass, I will do so happily.
Thanks, Paige. I'll let you know if I need you to do that. Anthony, we need to talk.
Yeah, we do. I thought I told you not to come to the funeral. I didn't want you there.
Is that because you wanted to take your little girlfriend instead? Yeah, I noticed the blonde on your arm today. In fact, in the dress she was wearing, if you could even call it that, as it hardly covered her top half. I think everyone saw your girlfriend today.
Oh, you're so funny. I know you're just jealous that you look nothing like Angela, that she's so much prettier than you. She's better than you in every way, and you can't stand that, can you?
If you think that I am jealous of your little bimbo, then you're wrong. I mean, I think I've got more brain cells in my pinky finger than she does in her entire head. That's nothing to be jealous of.
Well, whatever. You didn't have to get my mom involved.
What? What are you on about? I never said anything to your mom. I didn't want to upset her more than she already was today.
Well, she had a few choice things to say to me after you left the wake.
Ever think that perhaps she didn't appreciate you bringing your girlfriend, who she probably had no idea who she was, to your dad's funeral? It was a time to be respectful, and you were anything but respectful. You brought drama to the service that didn't need to be there.
Uh-huh, sure. I bet you just can't stand the fact that I found someone less shrill and demanding than you. You can't stand the fact that I'm happy.
You know what? If she makes you happy, then good for you. But I am done with you and your horrible and disrespectful attitude towards me. I have been a good wife, and this is how you repay me? By embarrassing me in front of your whole family?
I told you not to go to the funeral. You only have yourself to blame for what's happened today.
Actually, I have you to blame for today. You are the one who was selfish and cowardly. If you wanted to end things with me, then you should have said so. Instead, you simply hoped you could get away with cheating on me.
Well,
And the fact that you thought that your mom would be okay with what you did is completely idiotic as well. I don't know if you noticed, but me and Hope get along quite well, and if her reaction is anything to go by, she isn't pleased at all with you.
Well, it doesn't matter. My mom will come around to me eventually.
She's already kicked you out of her house, just like I have, hasn't she?
Huh?
Yeah, all of your stuff is on the sidewalk, and you're not welcome back in my house again.
But...
Anyway, I'm going to go now. I'll be sending you the divorce papers soon. See ya.
Jenny!
After discovering Anthony's infidelity, I wasted no time in sending for divorce papers. I thankfully owned the house, so I was able to throw him out with no repercussions. With nowhere to go, as his mom refused to let him stay at hers, Anthony was forced to move in with his new girlfriend. Sadly for him, she lived in a horrible little rundown apartment. She also decided that she didn't want to work now that she had a boyfriend, so Anthony was forced to make all of the money for the two of them. As for me and Hope, we actually kept in contact, as we both considered each other as family. Even though things didn't work out between me and Anthony, I was incredibly grateful to still have Hope in my life.